Don't say what you see right now. What you see right now is the result of what you've been saying in the past. So don't keep talking about what you see, because you will continue to see what you see. Okay? What you see right now is the result of what you've been saying in the past. So what I want you to do is to habituate, make a habit of dreaming, entering into a dream space, into your higher consciousness, right? And I want you to figure out the best way you can how to say what you see when you're dreaming. And I want you to keep on saying what you see from that dream until you see what you said when you open your eyes. Started in the garage. All right. Okay, boo, stop. What's good, everybody? Thank you for joining us yet again for another episode, another week of Fill Up with Fran. I hope that this live finds you safe, it finds you healthy, and I hope that it finds you full of curiosity as we dig into this week's topic. This week, we're going to discuss 3 things. Y'all know I like to get right to it. We're going to discuss 3 things you are going to have to master on your journey to making your wildest dreams come true. Okay, we're going to discuss 3 things that you're going to have to master on your journey to making your wildest dreams come true. Okay, so thing number 1, I'm jumping right in. Thing number 1, the first thing that you're going to have to do on your journey to making your wildest dreams come true is you are going to have to habituate. Y'all know I love that word, habituate, or make a habit of. Make it a habit of gratitude. Like, let gratitude be your attitude, okay? On your journey to making your wildest dreams come true, it's going to be so important that gratitude is at the center of everything that you do. Even when you're disappointed, even when the journey gets tough. I was just upstairs joking around and I said, I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain. Who remembers that? Give me some hearts if you remember that, right? Okay? I'm coming up on the rough side of the mountain, but I am still grateful. I'm going to find something, even in that journey up the rough side, that I can be thankful for. Even if it's gratitude for the fact that I have the means in which to climb the mountain, okay? It is going to be paramount, no pun intended, for you to habituate ways and attitudes of gratitude on your journey to becoming the person who can make your wildest dream come true. Gratitude opens the door. Gratitude opens the door. I'm going to say it again. Gratitude opens the door that your character, that your charisma, that your jokes, that your talent, that your education cannot open for you. Gratitude can do that. In order to receive more, you must give thanks for what you already have. You must recognize the value in what you have. And you must be grateful for that. You must be grateful for that. So that's thing number 1 on your journey to making your wildest dreams come true. You have to habituate an attitude of gratitude. And I know that sounds cliche. I know it's like, give me a little bit something deep. But the answer is no. I'm not giving you anything else deep. I'm giving you something that you need. I'm giving you the truth. If this is what you've heard before, it's because it's the truth. Okay. Some of us, especially in this time right now, we have to practice gratitude. It's very easy for us to look around and see a lot of things to complain about. I'm right there with you. It is a lot to complain about, but there's even more to be grateful for. Okay? There's even more to be grateful for. Okay? Gratitude unlocks the door. So that's the first thing. You're going to have to habituate an attitude of gratitude on your journey to making your wildest dreams come true. What's up, Facebook? I see y'all. Hey, y'all. Hey, Facebook. Hey, Erica. Hi, all of the new folks that have joined me over on Instagram. Let me not get to read names because I will mess up. Okay. Number 2, the second thing that you're going to have to do on your journey to making your wildest dreams come true is spend time dreaming. Okay. So remember, I told you that gratitude opens the door. Gratitude opens the doorway to everything that you need. Being grateful, having an attitude of thanksgiving, willingness to give thanks for what you have. Gratitude opens the door. Once you get in the door, though, you need to spend time dreaming. Okay? You need to spend time dreaming. Now, the second part of that sentence is, and then say what you see. Okay? On this journey to making your wildest dreams come true, you are going to have to spend time dreaming. You're going to have to spend time visualizing and seeing yourself there. And then it's not just good enough to see it. You have to say what you see. Say what you see in the dream until you see what you said. All right? Let me say that again. Say what you see in the dream until you see what you said. Spend time dreaming and becoming very clear about the picture. You should spend so much time visualizing that you can taste it, that you can hear it, that you can smell it. If you're trying to manifest the partner of your lifetime, let me give you a couple tips, okay? Because I know how to do that. Okay? Spend time listening to the music that you imagine that you all will listen to. Spend time thinking about the vacations that you're going to go on. Spend time thinking about all of the ways that you'll dream and plan and do this and do that. Spend time visualizing holding their hand. And say what you see in the dream. So gratitude opens the door. When you walk through the door, spend time dreaming and say what you see in the dream until you see what you said. Okay? When you finally see the manifestation of your dream, right? It should be past tense for you because you've already visualized it. You've already given thanks for it. You see, gratitude doesn't stop just because you moved on to the second part. You're continuing to be grateful. You're continuing to be grateful for the idea, for the thought, for the vision. Okay? You're continuing to give thanks for it. And so, again, you dream it, and then you say what you see until you see what you said. See how say becomes said? All right? You're going to talk about that thing as you're dreaming it, only in the tense of, I already have it. I want it to become so real for you. I want it to become so vivid for you. I want you to be able to visualize the job that you want, or the business that you want to start, or the relationship that you want to have. And I want you to be able to dream it in such a vivid manner that it feels like you already have it. And then what is that going to do? It's going to cause you to give thanks. You see, it's a cycle. It's going to cause you to give thanks. It's going to cause you to enter again into that attitude of gratitude. Okay? All right, great. Number three. The third thing that you have to do on your journey to making your wildest dreams come true. Number 3 is pay attention to divine connections. Okay? Pay attention to divine connections. On this journey to making your wildest dreams come true, you are going to need relationships. You're going to need relationships. No one can achieve their wildest dreams in a vacuum. You're going to need relationships. So here's what I want you to understand about relationships. That each relationship leads to the next part of the story of your journey to making your wildest dream come true. So please, I implore you to pay attention to the divine relationships. Now, I'm not going to get into the whole, we've kind of heard it before. If you haven't heard it before, it's a saying that goes like this. Some people come into your life for a reason, and some people come into your life for a season. All right. Great. I don't care if it's a reason or a season. All right. I don't care if it's I don't care. I don't care what the reason is. I want you to value divine relationships. You might be saying, well, Fran, what is a divine relationship? I'm so glad that you asked. A divine relationship is a relationship that even in your best effort, you could not have connected you and this other person. There's obviously something that drew you together. It feels like kismet. It feels like, like the stars have aligned. And I know for me, a lot of times I will say something that I need, and then I will meet someone who can give me a piece of it. Okay. Here's the warning that I want to give you about divine relationships, though. You have to honor You have to honor the time that the universe has allowed for that person to be in your life. Don't hold them up. In other words, don't hold them up. Don't try to make that divine relationship become the only relationship that you need. I'm not talking about romantic stuff. I'm just talking about any relationship, be it business, be it platonic, be it a professional relationship, or a random relationship. It might seem random to you. I want you to be ready to release that person, okay? Because it is not the person that you should become attached to, but rather what they have for you. Okay, we are all sojourners. We're all sojourners on a journey to becoming the person who can make our wildest dreams come true. How dare us hold up someone else? Okay, release them so that they can go to the next one. Okay, if you think of relationships in the same way that we see bees and bees pollinate plants. The plant doesn't say, no, hold on to me, Mr. B. I need you to take some more of my pollen. I need you to take this, take that. No. The flower gives what it has, and it releases the bee to move on and pollinate other things. We've got to stop holding on to relationships that were only meant to serve a particular purpose in our life. Okay? I want you to pay attention to the divine relationships that you might be missing, because relationships are what you need to get to that next level. Gratitude opens the door. Say what you see until you see what you said. And then the last part is pay attention to the divine relationships that are offered to you. Okay, so here's some things to reflect on when you think about relationships. All right, who do you need to get to know? Who do you need to get to know in order to get to where you want to be? Who do you need to know? And say it. Say it out loud. Write it down. Do whatever you need to, but own that. Who do you need? What type of person? Even if you don't have a name, what type of person do you need in order to get to the place where you want to be? Okay, because you'll begin to attract those people into your life. Divine connection. Okay. The second one I want you to think about is, who might you be ignoring? Who might you be ignoring right now in your life that is intended to be a divine connection for you, a divine connection to the next thing, but you are ignoring that person? Who are you ignoring? Who are you pretending not to see? Okay, I want you to pay attention to that, because these divine relationships, these divine connections, okay, are so important. And then the next thing I want you to think about as you think about relationships is, how are you light for others? How are you light for others? How are you pollinating other people's dreams? How are you dropping off resources and supplies and encouragement and inspiration to other people, motivation for other people? How are you being light for those around you? We have to think about these things because none of us can win until all of us win. And so if I'm busy hoarding resources for myself, I don't have space to be open for the things that I'm asking for. Okay? If I am hoarding resources for myself, if I'm not focused on being light for someone else, then I am blocking up space for me to receive what I am asking for. Okay? So we have to pay attention to those divine connections. We have to pay attention to those divine relationships in our lives that are meant to set us up for the next thing. And where I'm standing right now, everything that I have in my life that I am thankful for and grateful for and happy that I have is because of a relationship. A relationship brought me to it. Okay? I was born and raised in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. When I graduated high school, I ended up in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, by way of New Orleans, Louisiana. I ended up there because of a relationship. I currently live in New Jersey, in Jersey City, New Jersey. I moved from Louisiana 4 years ago. The reason why I moved here was for a job that I got because of a relationship that I had. You have to be willing to pay attention to the divine connections and the divine relationships along your journey to making your wildest dreams come true. So I'm going to say those again. I want you to reflect on who you need to get to know in order to get there. Is it a mentor? Do you need an accountability partner? Do you need a thought partner? Do you need, someone that you vent to? Okay. Do you need a peer who's on the same level of you as you that can motivate you? What is it that you need? What relationship do you need to close that gap? So who do you need? Say it so that you can see it. And then I want you to also consider, who might you be ignoring? Who's in your life that you're ignoring and you're not really valuing the power of what they have to offer because you're not seeing them for who they really are. There are some divine connections. There's a possibility that there are divine connections that we're not paying attention to and divine relationships we're not paying attention to. And then the last thing to consider again is, how are you being light for other people? How are you being light for other people? When you think about relationships, how are you shedding light? How are you being light for those around you? Okay. So let me do a quick recap. Let me check my, see what you're saying. Say what? Yup. Yes. Facebook's got it. I think Instagram's got it. So let's do a quick recap. These are the three things that you have to master on your journey to becoming the person who can make your wildest dreams come true. Okay. Thing number one, you have to habituate an attitude of gratitude. You have to habituate an attitude of gratitude. Gratitude opens the door. Gratitude opens the door to your wildest dreams. If the door is closed and you cannot figure out how to get through it, I will bet you 99.9999999% that if you were to stop and show gratitude and switch your mindset to a mindset of gratefulness, you would see immediate change. You would see the right door open. Because that's another thing. Sometimes we beg at the wrong door. Sometimes we're knocking at the wrong door. Okay? And so some of us need to be grateful that the door that we wanted to open didn't. All right? But I'm going to leave y'all. I'm going to leave that alone because that's another fill up with Fran. Okay? So the gratitude really is that the right door opens for me. Not that I forced my way through a door because I feel entitled to walking through that door, or because I think it's a good idea. You have to trust source. You have to trust God. You have to trust self. You have to trust intuition. Okay? The second thing, so gratitude opens the door. And then once you get through the door, you have to spend time dreaming. Shut everything off. Shut off Instagram, shut off Facebook, except for on Wednesdays. We'll fill up with friends, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Other than that, shut off Instagram, shut off Facebook, turn off the TV, do whatever you need to do. Put on some soft music, whatever you need to do, but spend time dreaming. Okay? Spend time dreaming. And then the second part of that is, and say what you see until you see what you said. Okay? So it's not just enough to spend time dreaming. Oh, I'm dreaming. Oh, this vacation feels so good. Because we can become high from the dream, right? Our body releases serotonin and we just get excited off of thinking about something that we might do. It's not good enough to stop there. You must have gratitude. You must spend time dreaming, and then you must see what you say in the dream. Don't see what you see right now. Don't say what you see right now. What you see right now is the result of what you've been saying in the past. So don't keep talking about what you see, because you will continue to see what you see. Okay? What you see right now is the result of what you've been saying in the past. So what I want you to do is to habituate, make a habit of dreaming, entering into a dream space, into your higher consciousness, right? And I want you to figure out the best way you can how to say what you see when you're dreaming. And I want you to keep on saying what you see from that dream until you see what you said when you open your eyes. All right? So spend time dreaming. And then the third thing that you're going to have to do, I'm just recapping real quick. The third thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to pay attention to divine connections. You're going to have to pay attention to divine relationships. Okay? You're going to have to pay attention to that. Now, let me clarify something because I got a feeling. Let me clarify something. Just because it is a divine connection doesn't mean that y'all got to be friends and chummy and everybody going to be like, oh, that's my girl. What's good, sis? What's good? Let me tell you something. Some of the best divine connections that I've had, some of the most powerful ones were people who I would not have expected I would be connected with. Okay. They are people who, on any other day, I probably wouldn't have given them the time of day. But there's something about a divine connection that stops you in your track and says, you need to pay attention here. So I want you to consider these things when you think about a divine connection. Who is it that you need to get to know? Say it out loud so that you can see them in your life. Who are you ignoring? Who might you be ignoring that could be the answer to the thing that you've been asking for? And how are you